I'm going to require that you get a job. The children are in school. You're going to have to be doing something. You understand?
Yes.
Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
All right, folks, buckle up, because today's case is one of those where the courtroom feels less like a place of justice and more like a tangled web of family drama, conflicting stories, and jaw-dropping allegations. On one side, we've got Amanda Christian, a mother, grandmother, and defendant, facing the state of Texas. On the other, a judge trying to untangle a narrative that jumps from custody disputes to allegations of sexual assault, all while dealing with a defendant whose answers seem to circle the runway, but never quite land. And just wait, because the twists here aren't just in the testimony. They're in the contradictions. They're in the emotional stakes. And they're in the judge's final decision, which carries major consequences for Amanda's future. So, let's dive into this case and see if we can unpack the locked suitcases the judge talks about, without losing ourselves in the maze of it all.
She's with her fiance.
Okay, so you were saying?
Yes, ma'am. So because of that, I had to remove my daughter away from my mother's home. And so.
Why was your daughter with your mother in the first place?
Because they were really attached to each other. When I had my daughter, I was staying with my mother, and they got really attached to each other. And so she was like the favoritism to my mother. I know, but so.
I'm sorry, the court reporter cannot hear you because you're trailing off.
Yes, ma'am. Just that my mother's attached to my daughter, and my daughter's attached to my mother as well. And
see, and understanding that we don't know the circumstances, so that doesn't really explain to the judge why, so your daughter wanted to live with your mother?
No, no, she doesn't want to live with my mother.
Okay, so here's the thing. There are other things that are going on in your life, and you're expecting me to unpack all these suitcases you have in your life, and you got the suitcases locked, and here I am trying to figure out the combination to the suitcases. So your daughter ends up living with your mom. Why?
She's not living with my mother, ma'am. She's living with me. When my daughter was born, I think till she was 3 or 4 years, almost 4 years old, I was living with my mother. My mother got very attached to her. And so my mother's husband disrespected me twice. And when my daughter, that's 20 years old right now, when she was 14, he tried to rape her.
No. You're going from A to Z, and you're skipping the other letters in the alphabet. So you have your daughter.
Yes.
You're living with your mother when you have your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And are your other children living with you?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're saying your mother became attached to your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, your daughter was 3 or 4 years old.
From birth to 3, 4 years old.
You move out of the house at some point?
Yes.
Did you leave your daughter with your mom? All right, continue.
Yes, ma'am. And so my mother's husband assaulted me twice. And then he tried to rape my daughter when she was 14. My brother had to choke him off of my daughter. And so that's why I removed my daughter 100%, because my mother doesn't want to leave him till right now. She's still with him. So I told my mother while she's with her husband, I want no part of her.
So when did you remove your daughter from your mom?
About 3 years ago, ma'am.
And how old was she?
Right now she is 13. She must have been 9 going on 10 or 10 years old now.
So when you removed your daughter from your mother, were you living with your mother?
No, ma'am. Okay,
see, this is what I'm talking about. I just asked you about your daughter being left with your mother and you're leaving, and you said that didn't happen. Did I imagine that?
I'm having trouble following this.
Because I just asked you, did you leave your daughter with your mother? And you say no. And then now you say, oh, yeah, I left her there. And then when she was 13, 14, I removed her.
I removed her from her life. Yes, my daughter would stay nights with my mother on the weekends, if anything. But I removed her like 100%. Like me and my children are no longer speaking to my mother at all, because she prefers to stay with her husband. She says in order for me to be forgiven by God, I must forgive. And I do believe that we all should forgive, but I mean, we're not, the children of God is not done. We should forgive, but we don't have to hang around with them anymore. And I don't want nothing to do in.
How old is your youngest child?
My youngest is 5.
All right, where are your children now?
As,
And who else is in the home with you?
my husband and my children.
And he's here, Judge.
Okay. And so I'm reading the report where it says that the last contact you had with your ex-husband, the father of your children, was 10 years before this incident.
Yes, ma'am.
So again, I don't understand why this incident happened.
This is a key moment. And if you've been following closely, you probably caught it too. Amanda first says she never left her daughter with her mother, but seconds later admits she did. This is exactly the kind of inconsistency that makes judges wary. Not just because it's confusing, but because in legal proceedings, credibility is currency. The moment you contradict yourself on something this central, the court's confidence in your entire testimony can take a hit. And notice how the judge is visibly frustrated here? That's because in a case involving family safety, every unclear answer makes it harder to reach a fair and confident ruling. So here's a question for you. If you were the judge, how would you handle testimony that changes mid-sentence? Would you press harder, or let it slide and move on?
I believe he saw me, and the cameras would clearly show that he parked right in front of me before the incident happened. Minutes before the incident happened.
Any questions?
No, I mean, I'm kind of sticking with what I said earlier. I mean, I think that.
Well, just 1 second. So you have no questions. Do you have questions?
Sorry.
Because you're allowed to question with regards to.
I guess just as a matter of clarification, you said that you hadn't seen your ex in 10 years.
Yes,
How did you know then that you drove a black Honda?
because he always see my kids, and I guess he knew I lived there by my children.
Okay. So had you seen him in 10 years or had you not seen him?
No, I have not seen him in 10 years.
Okay. And then kind of going back to the why you kind of the circumstances of you leaving your mom's house, you said that her husband was sexually assaulting or attempting to sexually assault your daughter.
He was attempting to rape.
Okay. And how old was she?
She was 13 or 14 at that time.
Okay. So is this the same one that you is like 13 or 14 now?
No,
So
she is gonna be 20 in June.
So this is your oldest son?
She's my oldest.
Okay. And did you make a police report when that happened?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay. And was he prosecuted?
No, there was a detective involved, but no, because in order to get him at that time, I had
Just 1 second. Excuse me, everyone, y'all need to whisper. All right, continue.
in order to get him, we had to go through my mother. And so we didn't want to do that.
You didn't want to do that? Okay. Did the detective not try to do that? Okay. So nothing ever happened with that case?
You need to answer.
Yeah, you need to, she's taking down what you say, Amanda, so you need to say yes or no. You can't like nod your head or shake your head.
Nothing ever happened with that case?
No, it was dropped.
I'll pass this.
Any questions?
No.
All right. This is all very confusing. The story seems to ramble to nowhere. As far as I still don't understand enough about you. And the reason why I ask questions is I ask questions because I need to make a determination whether or not to send you to prison or whether or not to give you deferred adjudication. So that's why I ask these questions.
Yes.
All right. Has there been an evaluation done on her?
Like a tap? I
No.
don't think we had a tap.
Mental health.
And none was requested, none was ordered.
All right. Does she need a mental health evaluation?
I honestly don't believe that she does. I think she's had a storied life and bad things are, not good. And she's very nervous, so she's not explaining herself as well as you might wish that she could, but I don't think that's an indication she has mental health issues.
Probation?
Yes, sure. Just give me one.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, there's no need to apologize. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with you because the state is silent. And so I'm trying to figure out whether you should have deferred or not. And in order to do that, I have to ask questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, a mental health evaluation was not conducted.
So have you ever had any mental health issues?
No,
Have you ever been evaluated?
no, I don't believe I need to.
I mean, a lot of times people don't think they need to, but sometimes people experience trauma and they experience things differently.
Your Honor, if I may, we do
Yes.
have a TRAS on file, which gives a little bit more information into her background. I can get it credit for you.
All right, if you could, thank you.
Do you want us to step back, Judge?
Yes, and they're going to print that out and then I'll get a chance to see that, okay?
Judge, just for the record, we don't have any information from the complainant about anything, so we have nothing to offer either way.
Okay, all right, thank you. On this one, they're not ready.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I am ready on Miss Christian.
And Judge, I'm not aware of whatever that document is that
Okay.
you got from probation.
Oh, it just gives me some insight into her, if there's mental health issues, behavioral issues.
Do you mind if I look at it really quickly, just so I'm sure the general have a better idea? Thank you, Judge.
So here's where we land. Amanda Christian walks out today not with a prison sentence, but with 8 years of deferred adjudication. A deal that keeps her out of prison if she meets strict conditions. Those include parenting classes, a GED or trade school completion, community service, and proof of employment. All under probation's watchful eye. The judge also made it crystal clear. No contact with minors unsupervised, no work with vulnerable populations, and a TAP evaluation to assess any deeper issues. Whether Amanda can stick to those terms will determine if she stays free or ends up serving time. This case is a reminder that in court, your story has to be clear, your facts have to be consistent, and your past can come back to shape your future in ways you might not expect. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
So are you trying to improve yourself with that?
I did at once, but that's when all of this happened with my mother, and I left it. I am now a grandma, so the only thing my goals are to be a good mother and a good grandmother to my children.
All right, I'm going to want you, if I grant this deferred, I'm going to want you to either get your GED and work on yourself. You understand?
Yes.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years deferred adjudication. Take in consideration 2023 CR 4420. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon, affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Enrique. I think this is Amada, AHUMADA,
Yes, Ahumada.
and Rosa Amadada. And I didn't see anything in the PSI report with regards to restitution.
We don't have any information, Judge, and I saw in the PSI there wasn't.
There should be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes.
Okay.
Once she completes the parenting classes, then you can waive 50 hours of community service.
Yes.
And I'm also going to order that she obtains her GED or either some type of trade school certificate. And then the remaining 50 hours will be waived. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. regular UAs, a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. If it recommends intensive outpatient treatment, we'll still start with outpatient treatment. I'm going to require that you get a job. The children are in school. You're going to have to be doing something. You understand?
Yes.
Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors until you have taken the parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes. May I say something more?
Yes.
I just got done doing parenting classes
Well, it depends on when did you finish with parenting classes.
about 2 weeks ago.
All right. You provide that to probation.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be CPS compliance. I'm going to want field visits one time for 3 months, random thereafter. And the random thereafter will be at least once every 4 months. Probation, is there anything else?
But the outpatient treatment that, if, did you want that to be intensive or supportive?
Supportive. And then the BIPP course. And probation, is there anything else?
No.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Am I gonna be on GPS still now?
State?
We're gonna defer to the court, Judge. I don't believe, based on the record, that we've been speaking with the complainants in the case that there have been any violations. But it was not part of our agreement, but we'll defer to the court.
All right, with regards to GPS, once the complainant is notified, then GPS can be removed.
And
But
Judge,
only if the complainant is notified.
if they cannot locate the complainants, then what, just once they've attempted?
Oh, they'll be able to locate them because my understanding an email was sent, so they'll be able to contact them.
All right. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
After she goes over her conditions.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.